Hey guys, it's your brother in Christ, Weston. Thanks for joining me today. So today's article comes out of End Times headlines. Let's get into it. Chinese scientist responsible for gene-edited babies, we went over this by the way, seeks to make a comeback. It says here, Jiang Kui, the Chinese scientist infamous for creating the world's first gene-edited babies, is attempting a controversial comeback. After serving 3-year prison sentence for his unauthorized experiments, he is now focusing on a new project aimed at preventing Alzheimer's disease through gene editing. I am almost certain that he could. No joke. I believe in this stuff so much that tampering with it, you will create. I'll stop there. Not believing it in like a good way, meaning like okay, let me just finish. It says, he Jiankui or Jianku shocked the world in 2018 when he announced the birth of twin girls whose embryos had genetically modified using CRISPR technology to make them resistant to HIV. Insane. Um, HIV, bro. Like HIV, they could literally touch somebody or have at some point in their lives, like if you're having STDs being transferred, like you're just immune. What? Like what? And I don't know what kind of like that stuff is insane. Potential risk to future generations. Subsequently, Chinese authorities fined and sentenced him to 3 years in prison. The global scientific community ostracized him. Now released from prison in 2022, he's determined to reclaim his place in the field as a genetic researcher of genetic research. According to the recent article of the Wall Street Journal, he's operating from his home in a gated compound in Beijing where he's outlined his latest plans. Barred from international travel due to China's refusal to renew his passport, he intends to send 2 Chinese colleagues to the United States to conduct preliminary research on mice, monkeys for Alzheimer's. This long-term goal is to initiate human trials, potentially in South Africa, a location he believes might permit such controversial work. That's so weird, bro. There's always something like in South Africa. I don't understand that. Stands by controversial research approach that landed him in prison. He aims to tackle Alzheimer's disease. That article stated, underscoring the polarizing nature of his mission. Sentiments on X reflect a mix of intrigue and skepticism of one user posting on March 22nd noted his bold claim that he will be remembered as China's Charles Darwin for eliminating natural selection through genetic engineering. Another post from the same day referenced his rejection of the Chinese Frankenstein, what a name, label highlighting his return to the lab after gene editing scandal. The post will not while not conclusive evidence, illustrate the ongoing public fascination of unease with He's endeavors. He's reemergence has reignited debates over boundaries of genetic research. While his stated goal of preventing Alzheimer's is laudable, the scientific community remains wary. Gene editing embryos carry profound ethical implications. They absolutely do, including the risk of unintended mutations and moral question of designer babies. Exactly. This is what this thing is going to be called here. It's going to be saying designer babies. No country currently permits such practices for reproductive purposes. In his previous, it's weird. It's weird that people would even say that when they permit everything else under the sun, every demonic thing. You think that this would be like the like outside of unaliving said designer babies. I'm trying not to put those two things because that just sounds absolutely terrible. Um, you think that the other part of that would be allowing to make gene edited super soldier kind of situation, which is oh my gosh. And then like the Frankenstein label that they just said, that's insane. Just think about that. Like something goes wrong and you come out with this like something that is mixed with one thing or another and you get this hybrid of sorts. What are we talking about here? This is what I always tell you guys. What is it? And the rest just says that he's been ostracized and he can't travel. Anyways, uh, that there are good things that could happen from here. The issue is that 1000% believe that it's just a green light to allow the underminings of things like this, which is what the intention sounds like people want to do, even though he probably in his there's probably an intention of him of trying to do something good. We just don't know. People are wicked at our core. We are wicked, and so then it says, okay, we'll try to face something that is, hey, we're trying to prevent something while we're currently working on this super soldier, this something or other that is happening in the background, and it's like something out of a movie, dude. Um, It's like you're creating the Frankenstein. You're creating a monster. You're creating something that is strange flesh, that the Bible would call it. Oh my gosh. I just, the thoughts, the amount of imagery that I have in my mind over movies that I've watched and video games that I've played and all the things that they create when you're gene editing. Like you literally said you had twin girls who are immune to HIV. Like how do you even do that? How do you make someone immune to HIV? And I'm sure there are ways that are just happening. I'm just not educated for it. Able to make them immune to HIV, but not find the cure for HIV. What? How does that happen? Unless you're able to pinpoint out the gene that does it, and then you just remove it. But then why couldn't you just fix that gene in the first place? But I don't know. Maybe the technology and the way that works doesn't work that way. Um, this is insane, and this is like this gives me Nephilim vibes all over again. Sons of God coming to the daughter of men, born to them giants. Like, think about that. You're not making, they're human, but what else? When is it not just human? What if it's human and something else? When does the temptation of what it could be, the potential, outweigh just the I just want to fix this disease? You see what I'm saying? It's never enough. There always has to be more, and that is spurred by this bent towards sin in our flesh to do more, desire more, pleasure more, this more, which is what got us in the trouble in the first place. To play gods. Oh man, this stuff is wild. Anyways, guys, that's the video. If you like the video, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Chinese Frankenstein? That is insane, bro. I didn't even think about that. I'm just thinking about it. Like, what? Immune to what else are you gonna be immune to? Like literally staring at the sun? Like you just can my eyes will never burn out. Like, what are we talking about here? I don't I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next one.